Hello, my name's Shay. Welcome to my channel. If you're interested in growing your booty and you want to see how I went from having no hips, no ass, no booty to my present, then my channel is definitely where you want to be. So hit that subscribe button to join and hit that like button so I know you enjoyed this video. I've always wanted that full hourglass figure with the snatched waist and the full round hips. I prefer a more curvy figure. If this is your goal too, why not stay a while? You know, it's all good here. Subscribe and join me on my journey. I wanted to start with some glute activation exercises to get some blood pumping to our glutes to make sure we're targeting them and not our lower back or quads. If you're not seeing results in your glutes and it feels like they're not growing, it could be because you're not activating them properly. Especially if you feel most of these exercises in your back, this is very clear that you are not targeting your glutes. I'll leave a link above for some glute activation exercises. I start every single leg day by picking a few resistance band exercises and doing a few sets until I feel a nice burn. The burn is telling you that your glutes have turned on. This is especially important if you're sitting all day and your butt has become inactive. Next, we're going to do hip abductions. I'm going to show you two variations of this movement. You're going to need a bench and pay attention to how I use my non-working leg to secure myself to the bench. Rest your weight on your elbow. You're going to bring your hip upwards, and in the last part of the movement, you're going to bring your leg towards your chest. Girl, this burned. I just want to say that I find hip dips very sexy, and I think that they make you look so curvy. I personally love mine, but I know some people are very self-conscious about them. This is why I'm making this video. Dips are actually normal, and it's just an indentation where your hip meets your thigh bone. You can reduce the appearance of them by building muscle around your hips, specifically by targeting your gluteus maximus and gluteus minimus, aka your side, booty, and hips. These muscles are used when you abduct your hip or step to the side. I designed this workout specifically to target those two muscles. Usually use an ankle attachment on the cable machine, but I wanted to show you how to do these exercises without it, just for people who can't afford it or who don't have one. And I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I feel this more in my glutes when I use this regular handle than the one I bought. I know, it's dumb. Put your foot through the handle, not completely through, but just so it's resting on the side of your foot. Keep a slight bend in your knees and kick out to the side. Keep your toes pointed to feel it directly in your hips. You don't need to use a heavy weight for this just because your side glute muscles are very weak. Any isolation movements can be done with minimal weight. Next is my absolute favorite, the side glute press. I feel this right in my underbooty and on the sides. Plus, this looks badass. Like, people gonna be looking at you when you do this because you look cool. The burn is crazy, and I just do it with low weight. To set up, you're going to adjust the seat according to your height. I have long legs, so I need to push the seat a bit further back. Place one knee on the seat sideways and bring your foot up onto the platform. You want your foot to be slightly diagonal. If you feel this more in your quads, that just means that you need to adjust your foot placement. Try making your foot a little more slanted or lowered on the platform to change the angle of the movement. Each push you want to hold and squeeze for a few seconds. Standing glute push is normally more of a kickback motion, but we're going to tweak it a little just to target the side glutes. Standing across from the machine, you're going to bend your knees slightly and kick sideways. With each push, you're going to squeeze and hold. The lower you go towards the ground, the more you're going to feel it in your side glutes. The higher you are, the more your quads might take over. So what I like to do sometimes is just take my hand and just reach down and just balance myself on the machine just so I get that really good kick in. What better machine to target the gluteus medius and gluteus minimus than the hip abduction machine? I'll show you a couple of variations to this exercise. Lean forward to directly isolate your hip muscles. A tip I'll give, it may sound stupid, but if your machine has little grooves to put your feet in like mine does, instead of resting your feet directly on the handles, put your heel in between them. If you haven't already tried this, try it and tell me how you feel, because I can't be the only one. But just because I feel like the two variations target the hip muscles differently, so if I'm crazy, then tell me I'm crazy, girl. That's it for the workout. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below if your hip dips is something you struggle with. Remember, they're sexy and you should feel confident in your body. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more workouts. Bye bye.